fresh waters. Oh, yeah. In today's topics, we are talking about the sun and the water cycles. Well, let's get started about exploring that topic. Well, what is the beginning of the water cycle? Well, at first, out there, for a big ball of hot gas is burning the sun, and the sun is have a lot. It hits up the waters in the puddles. See the puddle outside, in the puddles or in lakes, rivers, streams, maybe ocean. It's the sun heat up, and then it's no longer be seen. Wow! The sun starts the water cycle by heating up the water, and it's evaporated. Well, that's why we can't no longer see the water puddle on the ground in the sunny day. Oh, good. So, how do we get fresh water that I drink? Well, in the earth, there are about 70%. The water on earth is covered by salt water. But in that salt water, only 3% it is fresh water. And in the fresh water, we have 20% of glaciers and polar ice cap, and 13% of groundwater, and only 1% of the fresh water on the ground. So that's because we need to conserve waters. So have you ever been thinking about how we can get water, and someone going down to the ground and they see water? How can the water get there? Well, I will tell you. You know the soil can hold waters, and when the rain falls down, it soaks into the waters, and it soaks, it falls down the soil, is runoff. So we call it runoff. Even the soil can hold a lot of water, it's in the limits. So then all the rains falls down and it's full the soil again. So turning again and again. That's we call the groundwater, 13%. So we know that's how can they start. So how can we get waters? Waters on earth, only 3% is fresh water, that only 1% that in lakes, rivers, streams, and other is in the groundwaters or glaciers. So we get it by the 3 steps. First, when the sun heats the water, it's evaporated. So that's a process when it turns from a liquid to a gases. And then we have condensation. Well, condensation is a process from a gas, water vapor, into the liquid, the little droplets. So in like a cool morning, we work us out, and then we see on the leaf, I see a little droplets of water that evaporates last night, and then it's come into a water droplets, and it's called condensation, on the leaf. Wow, that's amazing. So we have been into 2 steps. So what about the last steps? Well, last steps we call it precipitation. And precipitations can be rain, liquid forms, and not only rain is a precipitation. There are other forms. Precipitation can be many forms, like a liquid, like the rains, or the big ball, like the hail, or a medium ball, like a sleet, or maybe beautiful snowflakes that fall down in the winters. So we got a lot of precipitations in the years, and it can maybe many forms. So how can we get the precipitation in many forms? So let's explore it. Well, rain, the very formula it. Well, the rain, when it's condensation in the clouds, they come to water droplets, it's making heavy, and heavy, and there it cannot fit anymore. It falls down to the ground, and the temperature in the cloud must stay warm, so it's the water droplets can stay in a liquid form a whole journey down to the ground. So how can we get snow? Well, snow happens in winter, and when the temperature is cold enough and water droplets cold, frozen in the clouds, it falls down, and its whole journey it stay cold, not warm. But what about the sleet? Well, we got sleet in the springtime. Why do we get that? Well, the sleet that falls down when it's still frozen in the clouds, and it falls down, hit the warm air, liquid form, hit the cold air again, solid form, hit the cold air again, warm air again, liquid form, and then it hits the last air, it's a cold air, and then it is the medium balls of ice in the springtime. Well, that is an example of precipitations. So how can we get a whole water cycle? Well, first, the sun will heat the waters enough heat so the water evaporates, and then it have condensations in the clouds. When it's heavy enough, the precipitation falls down, and when it hits the ground, it may travel to somewhere like lakes, streams, or rivers, or oceans, or it maybe soaks down to the soil and make the groundwaters. So it will be that too. So that was on our topic today. Remember, the fresh water that you drink maybe is billions and millions. Water cycle, the water moves rooms, and it's maybe old, but it's like fresh water like. So that was on our topic today. Thank you for listening. Goodbye and see you.